Hello everyone there. This is my first entry into my game design journal for the DFW Nerd Night competition. My name is Tyler Lipchin, and I'm part of Team Pip Dream. And if you're not unfamiliar with the design competition, basically DFW Nerd Night, they have chosen 24 contestants, and we're all being mailed a box of board game components. Inside that box, we can use whatever components we want inside the box to create a game in 2.5-3 weeks to have a fully functioning game. We have to have a full rule book submitted as well as videos explaining the rules. Now I'm actually working out of town this week. You see I'm in a hotel room. So I will not receive my component box until Friday, which I think is actually the same as most people in the competition. So I have actually constructed my own component box of what I could find, stolen from other games. We do know what's in the box because there is a reveal box opening reveal video shown. So this is my makeshift component box. So basically we have 75 cards, 2 D6s, a few kind of player tokens, some plastic cubes, some plastic discs, a small felt bag, and a few other little bits and bits and bobs. So, with a competition like this, in such a short time, it always kind of raises the question, do you begin with theme or do you begin with mechanics? And that's kind of an age-old game design question. And to me, that is the same as the chicken or the egg question. I think they both go hand in hand. You can't really decide what comes first and what comes second. So I thought of a pretty cool theme that I'm not going to reveal quite yet. But I have a pretty cool theme with a couple of really neat mechanics that fit really well with the theme. But of course I'm restricted to the components that I have. So what I'm doing with this, to begin, I did a playtest last night with kind of my first concept, and it actually worked out pretty well, although a little bit dry on the gameplay, but it actually worked out, at least it works. I actually took a page out of Rainer Knizia's work, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with Rainer Knizia, he's one of the most, probably one of the most well-known game designers out there, and his work, the way I describe it most is he takes a component, like say dice or cards, or a mechanic like bidding or blind bidding, and he basically works out every single way you could use that mechanic or that component. And some things he comes up with is very, very creative. His scoring, I find in his games, is always very creative the way he scores his game. It's never just, first person has so many points. There's always some little twist to it. So I'm quite fond of his work. However, he's criticized a lot for being all about mechanics and having a pasted-on theme. Which is actually kind of how my game turned out when I tested it last night. The math needs to be tweaked, but for the most part it works. It's actually a game. I can play it pretty much from start to finish. But it did seem a little dry because, of course, I'm using my cards and dice and tokens, whichever way I could make them mathematically. So I'm going to test it again. I'm going to really put in a few new mechanics and put in my main mechanic that kind of wraps the theme together and see if that makes it feel any different, and kind of go from there.